everyone, welcome back. Okay, so here is part 2 of the AMCAS series. So I'll be covering sections 1 through 5 in more detail in today's video. Please also keep in mind that due to the current COVID-19 outbreak, you should check the AAMC website more frequently. So in sections 1 through 3, you enter information that pertains to your financial background. So this part of the application assesses if you are a disadvantaged student. This means if you are considered a disadvantaged student, a text box will be provided for you to explain in detail what adversities you face. So in my disadvantaged student essay, I spoke about my community being lower socioeconomic status and about the struggles I faced working while being a student. Section 4 allows you to enter every single class that you have ever taken. It will be super helpful to have your transcript, so that way you can just pull the information directly off your transcript and enter it directly into the application. Please keep in mind that you also have to order transcripts from every single institution that you've ever taken college classes at. So for me, I had to order transcripts from my undergrad, from a college that I did coursework with over the summer, from a college that offered college classes to high school students. Transcripts cost about $10 per transcript. It's time for the much anticipated section 5. This is the section that has those 15 extracurricular and other activities that everyone has been DMing me on IG asking when I'm going to provide this information. So here it is laid out in detail. These are the items in no particular order. Number 1 is a leadership experience that I did during graduate school as a graduate student council student engagement chair. During graduate school, I held 3 leadership positions. In my description, I specifically stated the amount of hours per week I spent on this role. I also spoke about my organization skills and how that will make me a better physician. Number 2 was paid employment as a medical office assistant. This was a full-time job that I worked during one of my gap years where I assisted 5 physicians and 12 residents in a wound care / podiatry clinic. This position was great to learn the ins and outs of the medical insurance aspect of healthcare. I had to apply for prior auth to get patients the care that they needed, and I learned a lot about insurance companies. Number 3, paid employment medical as a Cerner activation consultant. Okay, I know this sounds confusing, like what is that? A Cerner activation consultant is someone who goes to these special projects called Go Lives when a medical institution is transitioning to an electronic medical record, specifically in this case, Cerner. So I learned how to use Cerner through my own prior research and working with it as a medical scribe. And then I was able to apply for this position to help train physicians and other medical providers on how to use Cerner to ease their workflow. This position allowed me to work hand in hand with doctors and also learn a lot about the electronic medical record. This was a special project that only lasted for a few weeks. Number 4. Teaching, tutoring, teaching assistant as a substitute teacher for the New York City Department of Education. This was a full circle moment because I went through the New York City Department of Education. I attended public schools since pre-K in New York City. Number 5, physician shadowing / clinical observation. This was an opportunity that I got to shadow 2 different physicians who were actually married. One of them was a pediatrician and the other one was a pediatric infectious disease fellow. And I was able to attend grand rounds. I got to go inside of a NICU and the PICU. I also spoke about how this experience strengthened my interest in medicine in my description of this experience. Number 6, paid employment as a medical scribe. I worked for various different companies as a medical scribe. This specific medical scribe experience was a floater medical scribe between the urology and family medicine departments. And working as a medical scribe is a great way to learn medical terminology, get patient interaction, and really get get a feel for what it's like to be a physician. Number 7, paid employment, medical scribe. This was another medical scribe experience. This one was super unique because it was my first medical scribe experience during my senior year of college. I worked this position part-time and I earned 520 clinical hours before I even graduated undergrad.